Some of these places might be almost or completely gone in your lifetime. So if you've always wanted to go, make sure to book your flight now. Stay tuned to see which city where Game of Thrones was filmed might be almost or completely gone in your lifetime. Back in 2015, the Grand Canyon was named one of the United States' most endangered historic places by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. This beautiful natural landscape is threatened by tourism and mining and is at high risk for destruction and irreparable damage. The Galapagos Islands. If experiencing the vast wildlife and gorgeous beaches of the Galapagos Islands is on your bucket list, you're going to want to book a flight soon. Its ecosystem has been compromised due to overfishing and rising ocean temperatures. Coral reefs are beginning to die, and native animals are threatened by tourists. Efforts are being taken to bring the island back to what it used to be, though. Iguanas are being released on the islands after having gone extinct in that area due to invasive predators. They serve a vital role in dispersing seeds in areas that don't have vegetation. Do you know what might completely gone in your lifetime? This channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe. The Maldives. In 2017, yet another study published in Nature determined that climate change has accelerated the rate at which the sea levels are rising. So it stands to reason that the destination most at risk is the lowest-lying country in the world, an island nation comprised of a series of atolls formed from coral in the Indian Ocean. Go now. While the Maldives are still a tropical paradise with year-round temperatures in the low 80s, crystalline waters, and beaches that glow in the dark. The Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is slowly disappearing. 5 decades ago, Brazil incentivized its people to colonize the Amazon. The lush forest has been replaced with logging yards, cattle enclosures, and soy farms. The president of Brazil believes that the Amazon should be open for business, and since his inauguration in January 2020, the rate of deforestation has grown by 92%. Increased human activity in the forest and a changing climate have caused devastating forest fires that create irreversible damage. If something isn't done, the entire forest could be gone in a few generations. Machu Picchu. Due to its high altitude, extreme topography, and harsh weather conditions, the lost city is at high risk for erosion due to natural disasters. Preventative measures are being taken to make sure the site stays intact for as long as possible, though, and much of the money being brought in by tourism is used to keep its integrity. Everglades National Park. The beautiful and unique wetland wilderness at the southern tip of Florida contains the Western Hemisphere's largest mangrove ecosystem and largest continuous stand of sawgrass prairie. It is home to an exceptional variety of wading birds, reptiles, and numerous threatened species, such as the Florida panther and manatee. Urban development, industry, and agriculture pressures have destroyed more than half of the original Everglades, and what remains has been on UNESCO's list of World Heritage in danger since 2010. Venice. If your bucket list features a romantic gondola ride on picturesque canals, there's no time like the present to book a trip to Venice. Due to rising sea levels and natural tectonic processes, the stunning floating city is sinking at a rate of 1 to 2 millimeters per year, according to a study by Scripps Institution of Oceanography. That translates to more than 3 inches over the next 2 decades. Great Barrier Reef. The world's largest and most breathtaking coral reef is dying at the hands of humans. Climate change and pollution have led to acidification, extreme weather, and starfish outbreaks. Spikes in water temperature have caused large-scale coral bleaching episodes, in which vast swaths of colorful corals turn a sickly white. More than half of the reef's coral cover has disappeared since the 1980s, according to the Australian Institute of Marine Science, and experts say the rest could be lost within 2 decades. Antarctica. Ready for your next big adventure? During summer in the southern hemisphere, the sea ice shrinks, allowing cruise ships access to a vast white wilderness larger than Europe and home to a wonderful assortment of species, including penguins, leopard seals, and orcas. A study published in Nature predicted that the world's permanent ice caps is on track to shrink by nearly 25% by the end of the century, and most of this will occur in the Antarctic Peninsula. This will irreversibly change the continent's fragile ecosystem. Great Wall of China. China's most famous monument stretches more than 13,000 miles in its entirety. But according to Smithsonian Magazine, less than 9% of the Great Wall remains in good condition. Much of the Ming Dynasty portion of the wall had disappeared at the hands of erosion and human damage from tourists who walk on it, locals who pilfer bricks for their own use, and graffiti artists who use it as a canvas. While some restoration of the Great Wall is happening, a lack of substantial government funding to protect the landmark means its future will continue to be threatened. And since you're interested in breathtaking places to visit before they disappear, Vienna. From Rococo palaces and Baroque castles to famed coffee houses, world-class museums, and labyrinthine-like alleyways, Vienna's appeal has endured for millennia. But in 2017, UNESCO added the beautiful historic center of the Austrian capital to the list of World Heritage in danger due to a boom of high-rise projects that will change the city's skyline forever. Madagascar. A hunk of land split off from the African continent 160 million years ago. The result was Madagascar, a Texas-sized island with distinct ecosystems and an extraordinarily diverse collection of plant life and wildlife. An astounding number of Madagascar's reptiles and mammals exist nowhere else on Earth. Sadly, most of Madagascar's forests have been destroyed by deforestation, which remains the biggest single threat to the island's wildlife. A study found that Madagascar's remaining forests are being destroyed at the rate of about 1% each year. Patagonia. Just like in Antarctica, the Patagonian ice fields in the southern Andes range that straddles Argentina and Chile are shrinking at a shockingly fast rate due to global warming, so adventure seekers should visit before they disappear. In a 2015 study, scientists from UC Irvine found that Patagonia glaciers are receding at rates of up to 6.4 miles per year. They are melting away at some of the highest rates on the planet. The Caribbean. A 2011 report by the United Nations predicted devastating effects of rising sea levels on the Caribbean islands by the end of this century, detailing a grim vision with more than 300 tourist resorts wiped out along with the airports, power plants, roads, and agricultural lands at many popular destinations. What's the timeline? The third National Climate Assessment, released in 2014, projected a sea level rise of 1 to 4 feet by 2100. Dubrovnik. Can Game of Thrones be too much of a good thing? The HBO mega hit has made the ancient Croatian city so popular that it is literally turning tourists away. Dubrovnik is blessed with idyllic weather and a stunning coastline on the Adriatic Sea, but its starring role as the mythical King's Landing has led to a sustained influx of tourists that threatens the World Heritage Site's character, particularly in the pedestrians-only Old Town. In 2017, the city's mayor, Mato Frankovic, capped the number of visitors at 4,000 per day, half the limit allowed by UNESCO, and told The Telegraph he also planned to curtail the number of cruise ships stopping in port. The Dead Sea. A tourist draw for over 2 millennia, this landlocked alt lake between Israel and Jordan is located at the lowest point on Earth, nearly 1,400 feet below sea level. The Dead Sea's other unique feature is the remarkably high salinity of its water, which is said to have healthful benefits and make swimming more like floating. Unfortunately, the future is less than idyllic. Since 1960, the Dead Sea has lost a third of its surface area and continues to shrink about 3.3 feet per year. Did you know that Sumatran tiger could disappear in your lifetime? Check the next video to see beautiful animals that could disappear in your lifetime. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.